China, the most populous country in the world with over 1.4 billion people. The third largest country by area, covering over 9.6 million square kilometers. To say there's nothing like China is an understatement.
With a vast range of landscapes, some of our favorite foods, towering megacities, and villages, with so much culture, China has it all. We had the opportunity to live and travel in China for 3 years and have put together a list of our top experiences. China should be on everyone's bucket list. Here's why.
We're going to lay out our favorite experiences in no particular order, since it would be basically impossible to rank them.
Let's start with the one that is probably already on everyone's bucket list. One of the most impressive structures constructed by man with over 2,000 years of history and awe-inspiring views. The Great Wall of China is one of the new 7 wonders of the world. It draws over 10 million people a year, and for good reason. The most popular section of the wall, Badaling, has received up to 80,000 people a day during the national holiday. So make sure you avoid going during Chinese national holidays and summer vacation to avoid crowds of thousands. Some areas of the wall have been restored and maintained over the years, but many areas face erosion and could be gone over the next 20 years. There are a few different sections ranging from completely restored to cable cars to wild paths covered in vegetation. There is a section for everyone.
Next up, Chinese city skylines. Take in the view of the skylines of some of the biggest cities in the world. Shanghai, Beijing, Guangzhou, Shenzhen all share similar qualities. Huge populations, creative architecture, and some of the tallest buildings in the world. All massive metropolitan cities with millions of people, but one incredible skyline.
And the skyline is beautiful.
And these skylines look like cities of the future. China has 6 of the 10 tallest buildings in the world and the most skyscrapers in the world. Some of our favorites include the view of Shanghai skyline from the Bund, taking in Guangzhou skyline as you take a boat down the river and stroll along the boardwalk in search of the perfect picture with the Canton Tower. And our biased favorite, Shenzhen. We lived in Shenzhen's innovative city of the future for 3 years and probably are a bit biased. Nonetheless, it is worth taking in the view atop Ding Sky Bar in Huaqiangbei during sunset. Most skylines have incredible architectural lighting that blows your mind, making them giant works of art. And most nights, you can expect a light show.
Next, you're going to want to try dim sum in Guangzhou. Dim sum is a style of cuisine, not a specific food. To give you an understanding of where it came from, back in the day, traders needed places to rest, so tea houses sprung up in small towns to give travelers a place to kick up their feet and regain their energy with a cup of tea. Many of these houses also served small bites of food, so dim sum is served in smaller bite-sized portions and is typically eaten for brunch with tea. We love dim sum anywhere we eat it, but after learning that dim sum is Cantonese food and originated in Canton, now Guangzhou, we had to try it from the source. Therefore, dim sum in Guangzhou. We ate at the popular Dia du De, and since dim sum is served in small bite-sized portions, you can try a few things off the menu. Try something that's a bit out of your comfort zone, like the local favorite, chicken feet, or our personal favorite, Xiaolongbao, a savory soup-filled dumpling that is making our mouth water just talking about it.
Head to Shanghai and get lost in Zhujiajiao water town. China is full of history, and Zhujiajiao is an ancient water town on the outskirts of Shanghai. The town was founded more than 1,700 years ago and is well known throughout the country. The town is an incredible experience of beautiful bridges over busy waterways, small rivers shaded by willow trees, beautiful pops of pink and white flowers everywhere you look, and traditional Chinese-styled residences. Take a sightseeing boat or gondola through the town to get a view from the water. The ancient town has incredible architecture. Bridges, gardens, and buildings built during the Qing dynasty are popular attractions. Like always, we enjoyed the pedestrian street lined with food stalls. We also recommend grabbing some tea at a tea house.
Alright my fellow techies, you're gonna want to listen to this. Huaqiangbei in Shenzhen. Having lived in Shenzhen for 3 years, we found ourselves here quite a bit. This is the biggest electronics market in the world, so since I'm a bit of a tech junkie, it had to make the list. Huaqiangbei is a sub-district of Shenzhen referred to as the Silicon Valley of hardware. Phones, cameras, lighting, accessories, any gadget you can think of or want to build yourself, you will find it here. Just imagine rows and rows of stalls dedicated to niche products and all the hardware needed to build your own robot if you wanted. It draws people from all over the world, and for us, it was definitely a favorite.
If you're in search of some relaxation, visit the hot springs in Xiamen. The city of Xiamen deserves a trip all in itself, but we're going to highlight the amazing Xiamen Riyue Hot Springs Resort. This 5-star hot spring resort sets a high standard for thermal springs all over the world. We spent the day here to celebrate our anniversary and had the most rejuvenating experience. We'd probably say it's the nicest one we've ever been to. With thermal facilities such as swimming pools, spa baths, thermal stone saunas, a fish pool, and mineral dip pools, it's the perfect way to enjoy a soothing and relaxing experience. Give yourselves plenty of time to make your way through the entire spa, as you can easily spend an entire day here. Spend enough time in the thermal stone saunas. That was our favorite part.
Next up, a bit of adventure. Explore the karst mountains of YANGSHUO. YANGSHUO is sitting in the province of Guangxi, bordered by the Li River and surrounded by beautiful karst mountains. You can take a speed train to the city of YANGSHUO, or another popular option is taking a river cruise from Guilin. YANGSHUO is a smaller town of only 600,000, which seems like a lot, but when you're in a country of 1.4 billion, it's a smaller town. There are plenty of wonderful places to stay overlooking the mountains, but we recommend staying at the Bamboo Leaf Hotel for a beautiful yet affordable stay. Some things to do in the city include checking out West Street at sundown, rent a bicycle or motorbike to explore the region, hike up to Moon Hill, and check out some of the amazing rooftop bars and their incredible views of the city. Before you leave, make sure you grab your 20 RMB bill and check out Xingping Town. This town is actually the image on the 20 yuan bill and is a popular picture spot.
Time to face the cold and head up north to Harbin Ice and Snow Festival. The world's largest winter festival is something you have to see if you can make it to the northern region of China during the months of January or February. It's an annual festival that draws 10 to 15 million people annually and has some of the most impressive snow and ice sculptures in the world. With both snow and ice sculptures covering over 600,000 square meters of space, it's an impressive sight to say the least, with some sculptures reaching up to 150 feet tall. The festival is made up of 2 main venues, the Ice Lantern Festival venue and the Snow World venue. The Snow World venue consists of mostly snow sculptures and a fun park where you can ride ice bikes and have fun on the massive ice slides, whereas the Ice Lantern venue has both ice and snow sculptures, as well as fun activities and a light show at night. We recommend checking out both, but if you only have time for one, we would recommend the Ice Lantern venue as it has some of everything.
For this next one, we're lumping a bunch of things together because how can we decide? Chinese street food. Chinese street food is amazing and it's probably the thing we miss most about living in China. The wide range of foods and the ease of grabbing something amazing on the side of the street is one of the many beauties of China. Everything from beef skewers to pan-fried dumplings. There are way too many favorites to list. Just go to China to eat the food. You'll be more than satisfied.
Last, but definitely not least, hike the Avatar Mountains in ZHANGJIAJIE National Forest Park. Unfortunately, this trip was taken pre-Javi and Joe on the go vlogging days, so we don't even think we can do it justice with the footage we have. But this is one of the most impressive sights we've ever seen in China. Imagine out-of-this-world scenery. Some people might recognize it from a specific movie as it inspired the Hallelujah Mountains in the movie Avatar. It is extremely popular and provides tourists of all fitness levels the chance to experience the wonders of the park with great walks, scenic hikes among the clouds and mist, and cable cars and elevators to make it more accessible. Some areas require a higher fitness level as you're climbing an excessive amount of steps in some areas, but many of the viewpoints are easily accessible. As this is an extremely popular destination, make sure you plan your trip around peak season to maximize your experience, as the overwhelming amount of people could affect your experience.
There are so many things to do that we never got around to, so this is only scratching the surface of everything China has to offer. We lived there for 3 years and didn't even make a dent, so that only means that we'll have to return to see more. That's going to wrap up our list of top experiences in China. We'll link a couple of really useful sites in the description box below so you can plan your trip around Chinese national holidays and peak season so you can maximize your experience.
Let us know in the comment section below if you've visited any of the places on our list, if you plan to visit soon, or where you'd like to go. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, see ya!